Finally, what help can the African Union and the international community offer to DRC to ensure a stable and peaceful transition of government?
In the short run, I see the international community sending observers to the election and ensuring that the UN peacekeeping force fulfills its responsibility to ensure that then in the long run, I see the EU particularly being involved in peer review mechanism with the new Congolese government. And I also expect the international community to insist on more revenue going into, more aid revenue going into education and health in order to turn around the very, very, should I say, terrible situation facing the average Congolese citizens. The education sector and the health sector needs to be revamped. And then industry and all that, yeah. So I see the UN and the EU, the international community, coming in the short run as well as in the long term to stabilize the country.
African Affairs Analyst Mr. John Osegi, thanks for joining us on the program. In Sudan, there is growing concern about a mysterious disease outbreak in the eastern region, with some reports suggesting it's killed more than 100 people. The government is blaming the chikungunya virus, which is transmitted by mosquitoes, but some doctors believe the dengue fever might be to blame in some of the cases. The epicenter of the outbreak is in the town of Kassala, in Gedarif, and even in the capital. A statement from the Ministry of Health puts the figures of those infected at over 90,000. There has been a prison break and shooting in northwestern Cameroon involving separatist rebels. Eyewitnesses in the regional capital say the shooting at the town's prison lasted several hours and around 70 prisoners have escaped. The man who instigated the attack was apparently shot and wounded but was taken away by colleagues. This is the third prison break in recent months. For the last 2 years, violence has been escalating in the English-speaking northwest and southwest regions, with reports of atrocities against civilians being carried out by the military as well as rebels. Still in Cameroon, the country is one of Central Africa's largest economies, and it produces around 20,000 tons of coffee a year, but only about 10% of the coffee is sold on the local market. Ahead of the next elections, Cameroonian coffee seller Suleiman Nsangou says he wants a change of leadership.
31-year-old Suleiman Nsangou sells coffee in the bustling streets of Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Nsangou comes from Fumban, a city in the northwest known as the epicenter of coffee production in the country. Cameroon has seen its coffee output decline for decades, partly due to low investment and poor agricultural practices, which have affected coffee prices.
I sell Cameroonian coffee as well as imported coffee, but the majority of my clients prefer imported coffee because it's cheaper than locally made coffee. It's only those with financial means who can consume Cameroonian coffee.
As Cameroon heads for polls on October 7 to decide who will captain the country for the next 7 years, Nsangou is among a growing population of young people calling for a change from the 36-year rule of incumbent President Paul Biya. Nsangou takes home between $5 to $10 a day from his sales. He says the country is ready for new blood, a president who would revitalize the economy.
I will vote for Gaga Haman because a lot of things will change with him, such as healthcare, education and roads, because we have no roads in Cameroon. There are no schools. When you go to hospital, it's difficult to get easy health care, especially for us poor people.
According to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, Cameroon's economy is expected to grow 4% this year, up from 3.2% in 2017 due to the start of natural gas production and construction work for an upcoming soccer tournament. The IMF has warned, however, that the economy faces considerable risks, including deteriorating security in its English-speaking regions, cocoa and oil-producing area where separatists are waging a deadly insurgency, and high debts.
South Africa's former president, Thabo Mbeki, has criticized the governing African National Congress for turning into what he describes as a black party. He made the comment as he criticized the party's decision to expropriate white-owned land without compensation. Mr. Mbeki warned that the ANC was targeting white people and had abandoned its commitment to non-racialism. The party says it's pursuing the policy to tackle racial inequality in land ownership. Nearly a quarter of a century after the end of a racist system in the country, white people, who make up 9% of the population, own 72% of the farmland that is held by individuals. Still to come on the program, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa offers U.S. President Donald Trump land at the tourist resort of Victoria Falls to build a golf course. Please stay with us.